I don't really go to parties very often now. I don't really like them, but I like the food. I love canapes. Little tiny thing that's like one bite is different from the next bite, and it's quite a nice... You know, I would have canapes for every meal if I could, but it's just too weird, right? You can't just sit watching TV with a big silver tray and, you know, pretend, that's nice. Don't mind if I do. I prefer canapes to sort of really high-end restaurant food. I went to a Michelin restaurant in London. This is a true story. I walked in and the maitre d' greeted me. It was just me. I'd booked a table for myself. It was a special occasion. I'd just finished a tour. I thought, treat yourself right, Danny. So I went in and I said, I've got a table booked for 1 at 8 o'clock. He said, is that you? Good guess, dickhead. Yeah, of course it's me. What? I'm not going to book a table for someone else. I've just come to check on the table that I've booked for another guy. You know, just for next week. He said, well, this is what he said. He said, I'm afraid I can't allow you in the restaurant without a jacket. I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, we have a very strict dress code here, sir. If a patron comes and sees you, he might be offended. Really? People are offended? I said, all right, look, there's a booth over there. I'll go and sit in there. There's no one will be able to see me in there. And I'm not going to complain about myself, right? I'm not going to, waiter, what is this? Is this the kind of guy you're letting in here now, huh? Let me see the manager. I want to see the manager. He said, I may have a solution, sir. I said, what is it? He said, we can lend you a jacket. I said, I don't know how comfortable I am about that. You know, the whole idea of this meal was for me to feel special, not homeless. You know, I don't want to sit there in someone else's jacket for... He said, it was okay, sir. You can take the jacket off when you get to the table. Are you serious? You're kidding me? He said, no. I said, okay, go and get the jacket then. He got the jacket, I put the jacket on. Without a word of a lie, we walked maybe 8 or 10 feet to the table in silence. And then he turned to me and he said, can I take your jacket? Yes, that would be lovely. What a charade. What a charade. At the end of the meal, it gets even worse. He brings the bill, he puts it down, he says, how was everything? I said, it was delicious. He said, you will come again. I said, I think I might. He said, well, was there anything else? I said, I believe I had a jacket. He said, no, you didn't have a jacket, sir. I said, let me ask you this, pal. How did I get into your restaurant without a jacket? Go and check the rules at the front desk. Jacket, please. Pronto. So I got a free jacket from this restaurant. Now, it's quite an elaborate way to get a free jacket, but I got it. Anyway, the point is, canapes, right? Everyone loves canapes. Little thing. The only problem with canapes is they're almost counterproductive to the party atmosphere, right? Because the whole idea of a party is you're supposed to be mingling, making convivial conversation, but you can't concentrate if there's canapes in the room, those little silver trays of treats dotted all over the room. I mean, sure, you're in a conversation, but you're not really in the conversation. I would change banks. That's a good idea. Oh, they're new, they've just come out. What? Yes. So you've got to keep an eye on the canapes, because you don't want to miss your turn. That is the worst feeling in the world, because they won't disturb you if you're supposed to be in a conversation, but you're not even in that conversation. But they will miss you out, and that's a horrible feeling, isn't it? You're talking to some dick about mortgages, and then, well, I would change mortgage lenders, that's probably... Oh, shut up! We just missed the mini pies, You've got to shut up when the canopies come. I don't give a about your mortgage or your bank. I just missed the mini pies, you prick. Shut up when the canopies arrive. That's your cue to shut up. The other thing with canopies is you've always got to act surprised when they come, right? That's the rules. We all know the rules. You pretend to be in, so yeah, that's fair, and then, oh, that's... You... There is no surprise, but you've got to... Oh! Ah, food, I didn't know. I didn't know there was going to be... Did you know there was going to be food? Of course you knew there was going to be food. Anyway, so I was at this party. Made a bit of a cultural faux pas. There's a friend of mine came up to me and he said, Danny, there's a famous Bollywood director in the room. You might be interested to know. So I went over. Famous Bollywood director. So I said, can I ask you a question about Bollywood? Now here's a tip for you, Montreal. Bollywood is seemingly quite an offensive term. Bollywood is sort of our name for Indian cinema, but Indian people just call it Indian cinema. They don't call it Bollywood. I said, look, I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. He said, it's all right. What was your question? I said, it's fine. I don't really... He said, no. What was your question? I said, well, I was going to say, why is Indian cinema shit? Thanks very much for listening, folks.